Okay, just so you know, I'm not a mechanic, I'm a plumber, but I practiced on the other side replacing my shocks on my 1989 Cadillac Biarritz. So I thought I'd put it over here because nowhere on the internet could I find it. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got the car jacked up. I've got two jacks underneath it, and I've got my floor jack. I have another jack. You can just barely see the leg there on the other side of the floor jack. I'm going to go ahead and take it apart. Now, like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I've done a little race car work, but I'm just doing this because I couldn't find any info on it when I went to do it. So here goes. Alright, so the first thing, you have to take the clip off the air brake. You just spin it 1 to a quarter turn and it pops right off. You want to keep that out of the way so you can't, doesn't hit anything. Now these bolts, I'm going to go ahead and put some WD-40 up here on top because that bolt I had to cut off last time. It was a drag. I may have to do it this time too. There's no way to hold it. There's a hole inside it, but I can't figure out what's up there. I'll be right back. Alright, so I discovered that on top of the shock is there's a star opening, and you know, a star wrench. The only problem is that if you look up here, if you look up there, there's no room to get it on. So I don't know, I'm going to try taking it off again. I did what I did last time. I don't want to drill a hole in my fender well, even though that would probably be the easiest way. I just don't think that that would be the right thing to do. I think I'd have a big old frickin' hole up there, and I don't want a hole. So let's see if I can get this off without it. Okay, well, it's turning. Keep spraying WD-40 up on top of it. See if I can make it come out easy. I really don't care, but so anyway, I'm going to take this bolt off and then I'll get back to you. Alright, well, that was an experience. I think next time I'll go ahead and cut a hole in the fender up above in the trunk and pull it out that way. But what else? Shitty design, or excuse me, a bad design on Cadillac's part. Anyway, back. Here we go again. We're back at it. Now, the last time I did this, I pulled the brake shoe off. I pulled the rotor off. I pulled the emergency brake off. And, you know, it was a lot of extra stuff I had to do. And, to be honest, I really don't think I need to do that. I'm going to loosen the bolts here. There's a bolt down here. And it's a bolt that goes all the way through. This is the nut over on this side. I'm going to loosen that. That's a pivot arm, I guess, is what it's called. I'm going to loosen that, and then I'm going to drop the jack down that's on the A-arm and see if that'll pop out. I'm going to pull that shock down and out, and hopefully I can get it all out without removing all of this. That would be the ideal situation. We're going to give it a shot, because last time it took a extra time. And I think there shouldn't be any reason why it won't rotate down. So let's see what happens. Alright, here we go. Dropping the jack. Okay, as you can see, the shock came out. I see. I see why you have to undo the brake line because it's too tight. We don't want to put pressure on the brake line. Okay. I think maybe we jack this back up. No, still too much pressure on the brake line. Alright, so that creates another dilemma because actually, no, it's got to rotate all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take the rotor off, the shoe off. I think that's what it's called. And I'll be right back. Alright, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and take the emergency brake off first. I'm taking the emergency brake off. Hopefully it doesn't slap me in the face or something. I don't think it will, but you never know. Rookies. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so I've popped the emergency brake cable off. As you can see right here, this cable right here gets the nut. And you have to be careful not to lose the washers that go on that. And the only reason you have to pop that off is if you don't, you can't get the bolts off of the brake. So that's next. And then I have a bungee cord to hold this up once I take it out so that I can strap it up so I don't break the hose, brake line hose. Okay, so I'm taking this off, and then I've got my bungee cord. Strap the brake up. I'm not a brake man, but I'm gonna be. All right. To make sure you don't lose the little rubber grommets on this that go between the unit and the bolt hole. One fell off the other day and it got dark and I had to find it. It was a pain in the ass. Okay, those are off. And this should come right off here. And we're going to bungee this up. So it's up and out of the way. Just for now. Take the brake shoes out so they don't fall off because they did last time. There we go. Alright, up and out of the way. At least until I get this lowered down again. Oh, first things first, we need to loosen the pivot joint. You don't want to take the bolt all the way out, but you want to loosen it. Getting the shock out of the box. I'm going to use a box to sit it on when I pivot it down so it doesn't hit down on the road or down on the concrete. The pivot happens to pivot too far. Alright. That's a 3/4. Okay. Well, you guys, I prefer air. Alright. Holding back on the other side. Don't take that bolt out. Leave that in. We'll tighten that back up in a little bit. One thing I did want to mention was when you're doing the other side, there is a leveler. I'll show that to you when I'm done here, but you have to disconnect the leveler. It's just a little nut. You unscrew it, little pinion bolt. Unscrew it and get it out of the way. All right, we're going to lower this down again. Bring it down as far as it'll go. Lift this brake assembly up. So, now once you got this swiveled down like this, there's a bolt right here. That's the squeeze bolt, I guess it's called. Anyway, it squeezes it together so that the shock doesn't just come out. You have to take that out. Make it easy on yourself. A little WD-40 in there. Careful not to get it on your brake. Alright, so that's out. Now the shock is supposed to swivel right out. As you can see, it's twisting. You're supposed to be able to just twist it right out of there. What I did yesterday was open this up just a hair. Makes it a little bit easier. There we go. Okay, and it's supposed to just twist right out. Twisting. Twisting. Come on. Twist right out of there. Come on.